People, deluded. Arsenal's under 18s lost 6 goals to 3 at the weekend, and what you can see, goals galore. There's 9 goals between them and Brighton, people. Brighton 6, Arsenal 3, in case I'm not making any sense. And obviously we want to retain this title. Our under 18s won it last year. We know we've got a young squad, relatively young squad, because we know the Tyrese, John Jules, Trey Coyle, Amichi's not here, Saka's playing first team, Emil's gone. Players, well, not Emil, in fact, he's not eligible, but players that were previously eligible for this level that made the difference are either elevated from this level, simply not eligible, or just not our thing anymore. They've left the club. So we know we've got young first-year scholars to step up and a couple second years. For me, I want to see Greenwood play 23s football before the campaign's done. But you're looking at Greenwood with the 18s to kind of be a flag bearer. You're looking at him, potentially Alfie Matthews, and all of these sort of players. And obviously Aziz is a key player and whatnot, even though he's a first-year scholar. But I think it was a good game for the neutrals. I feel Brighton started strongly. I feel both teams started strongly. Both teams were getting to feel each other out. I feel Aziz looked up for it. I feel Greenwood in particular looked up for this one, really and truly, people. And Brighton deserved to take the lead. They went ahead in the 16th minute, people. It was a good move. Eventually it broke down, but they kept fighting and they were able to pull it in the back of the net. I feel down our left-hand side, down Brighton's right, they've got that young lad Todd Miller, who they signed from Colchester, 16 years of age. Feel he almost, I wouldn't say ran the show, because I feel Brighton had it's hard to pick out a standout performer because they're all good. But he ran the show for me, constant forward in our side, down that right-hand side. Anytime he broke, it looked like something was going to happen. Brighton in general were playing good football, people. Both teams was playing good football. Brighton deserved to take the lead in the opening stages, in my opinion. When they scored, we responded well. We was knocking the ball about very well. As I said, Greenwood was up for it. And obviously he equalised with a terrific effort. Now, I'm having a hard time at times telling what foot Greenwood actually is, because I describe him as left-footed. But he's both-footed, people. Most both-footed player in our football club, I believe. I'm sure I've seen him score 3 kicks with his left foot. Either way, a man's brought down. He steps up with his right foot. And it's a terrific effort, people. It's a real terrific effort. And you can see why I like Sam Greenwood as a footballer. He's got the technical abilities. He can play in behind the striker. He can play on the striker. He can play on the flanks. He's both-footed. He's a set-piece king. He's almost like he reminds me of a young Van Persie at times, as well as he reminds me of Van Persie, but he also reminds me of these new age academy sort of 10s. I really like him as a footballer. Either way, people, let me not get sidetracked. He stepped up. It's a lovely free kick. It needed to be to beat the keeper. It's 1-1 at this point. Good response within 25 minutes, people. So it's 25 minutes. We're back in the game, but we've kind of let ourselves down, people. 3 minutes later, Brighton get back into the game, people, and go 2-1 ahead. Again, it's poor defending, and we're not watching midfield runners similar to the first team. Again, Brighton are playing well, so they deserve that. But to concede that 3 minutes later was a bit of a shocker. People. I can't say his name, but is it Tolaje, the young Switzerland lad? He's scored 4 goals in this game or so, and he was linking up very well, the number 9, with Todd Miller in particular. So they deserve to go to score again. Admittedly, I'm having a hard time remembering the scorelines. I don't even think I kept it in my notes. There was a moment, and I have to mention it. Greenwood is a lovely technical-based footballer. He got it on the left-hand side. He sent 2 players shot, and he fashioned a shot for himself in the box, and the keeper made a good save. I thought he scored. I was screaming, people, but keeper saved. It was a good save to make it a penalty as well, people. Credit where due. I did think we'd score again, but I didn't think Brighton had 6 in them. The game did look like it could go either way. We did score an own goal and get something back in the game, I believe, to make it 2-2, or was it 3-1 at this point? I can't lie. I don't know, people. I really don't know. I just know a couple of the goals we conceded, probably the 3rd and 4th, were very poor goals. Todd Miller involved in both of them. Very poor, very poor goals to concede. We did get an own goal as well. I think Nathan Butler, or Deji, he had a decent game. Number 7, positive down our flank. He was involved in what led to a Brighton own goal. It got a bit manic, people, towards the end of the game. It started to get very manic, and really and truly they put us to bed in the second half. And we were just playing catch-up, people. Again, in the second half, we got something in the game. Let me look at the actual minutes of the goals, people. Yeah, we kept, like, look at it, people. When Greenwood scored in the 26th minute, we conceded in the 29th. When Pac-Man scored an own goal, Packham of Brighton, he scored an own goal in the 59th minute. Wilson struck in the 61st. And then obviously when Kiddo, we'll get onto his goal, but Kiddo kind of scored a constellation strike. Kiddo Hart-Taylor in the 83rd minute, substitute. They then hit in the 86th. So again, these young players got to learn, when you take the lead or you get, we didn't really take the lead. When you take, in general, when you take the lead or you kind of score and claw back the score line, you've got to have game management. You're most vulnerable when you've just scored. And Brighton were difficult to play against whenever we played against them on Saturday, people. Like I said, they put together some lovely movements, and I feel Todd Miller is one for them potentially for the future. Kiddo Hart-Taylor's goal was a banger, people. I'm not going to lie. Again, Nathan Butler-Deji's done very well. Diminutive winger, very positive. He's really grinding, trying to get us something out of this game, people. He's grinding. The ball eventually falls to substitute Kiddo Hart-Taylor on the left-hand side in the box. He fashions a little bit of space for himself and he smashes it. And it is a good, very good finish from Kiddo Hart-Taylor, who has a lot of potential. It's just about, can he bring it out and play to that great standard to get in the look in with Emre and all of these guys. But right now he needs to focus on his first year as a scholar. It's a consolation strike. They obviously added a goal in the end of a couple of moments after that. 6-3. On one hand, I don't think we deserve to lose. I feel we deserve to get something out of the game. But on the other hand, if you concede 6 goals, can you really say that? For all of the goals we could have done better, there weren't really any goals I was like, that's a terrific bit of play, fair enough. The only one was probably Greenwood's free kick. I don't feel Brighton's keeper or anyone can have any complaints with that. It's 6-3, we go again, people. I feel we was up for it, but Brighton were a quality side, and to a degree they did overpower us. It obviously does make retaining this competition 10 times harder for us, people. Just for some statistics, so you can see how close it was. We had 56% of possession, they had 43. So we had 7 shots on target, they had 10. We had 15 shots, they had 17. We had 610 touches to their 508. Passes, we had 408 to their 316. Tackles level at 23. They had 11 clearances, we had 19. 8 corners to their 7. They had 5 offsides, 1 yellow card, 7 fouls from them, 14 by us, people. So it was quite the close game. It was quite the encounter. Obviously, that makes us, like I said, retaining our league title at this level 10 times harder. But we go again, people. What more can you say on that front? What can I say? We go again next week. I feel Luke Plange, I can never say his name, Plange did quite well throwing his body around. I think Alex Kirk, the young schoolboy, doing alright in his life as an under 18s. It was nice to see Daniel, our young right back, first year scholar. He's been playing in midfield. Nice to see his recovery from injury and his recovering and looking stronger game in, game out. But on that note, there's not much more to add, people, so I'm not going to keep you. People, Deluded, I'm out. Thank you for watching my review of our under 18s in action. Bang.